On the play for round number 1, we've got a perfectly serviceable hand here. I have to decide how I want to manage these attunes. Probably just gonna go turn 2 attune for island, turn 3 refiner, turn 4 attune for swamp, and use that to play virtuoso. Let's see what my opponent did with their scry, kept it on top. Looks like a mirror match, which I guess I'm okay with. I am going to be looking to get a lot of reps in the mirror, because I am not entirely familiar with it. Let's grab island, play it. Mirror match indeed. Servant's pretty good. There's a chance I might just want to kill that instead of playing like a rogue refiner. Ooh, Blooming Marsh was not a bad draw. So let's... See, I can kill whatever he plays with the Harness Lightning, but the thing is if he ramps out like a Chandra, that's a problem. And I just don't want him to be... So let's see, this turn I can... Yeah, I think I just want to kill that and then play Attune with Aether. Let's get that out of the way. Because the thing is with this deck, we go so far over the top in the mirror match that you kind of just want to slow your opponent down as much as possible. What do I want here? I have double red already, I have double green, I guess I'll get a swamp. Given enough time, this deck will win. So I'm fine spending Harness Lightning on lowly Servant of the Conduits, knowing that he'll be playing bigger stuff later, just because I am confident that this deck can handle bigger stuff later. Whereas him getting the jump on us with like a mana advantage is where we could run into some problems. At least that's my logic right now. I haven't had many reps with this deck, so I don't claim to be an expert on such things, but that logic makes sense to me. Let's lead off with Rogue Refiner before playing our land in case we draw a tap land we want to play. Alright. He knows about the swamp, so I'll play that. Alright, well this hand's shaping up pretty well. As long as he doesn't play like 2 haymakers in a row, we should be okay. Just gonna trade off here. Trading is fine. Once again, like I said, we're just trying to buy as much time as possible. He's not playing a Chandra, that's good. Refiner's fine. Okay. Just play out 2 bodies, most likely. Okay, not bad. Does that give me any... Let's see, I can go 8, 10, 13, so that doesn't give me any extra energy this turn, but I might as well play it. So red, blue, Servant. So now even if he has a Glorybringer, I can just make a bunch of Thopters and trade for it. Then untap Nebraska, and we're pretty much in the driver's seat at that point. Game 1 we are heavily favored. Post-board, you know, negate changes things. Your planeswalkers, your expensive planeswalkers get less oppressive, I should say. They're still good, obviously, but... I think I just take 3 here. I don't really want to trade either of my creatures yet. We're still at 20. I'll leave up as many blockers as possible for my Vraska at a later date. Yep, Virtuoso's fine. And what do we got? Just a tap land. Okay. Chandra's not bad. Couple options this turn. I think my best one is probably just going to be play Vraska. I could play Chandra plus Virtuoso and decide what to do with Vraska later, but I feel like getting Vraska down earlier seems pretty good to me, especially when we have lots of ways to protect it. Let's go ahead and run that out, and I'll just plus her. Puts the onus on him to do something. Make a 2/2 Menace. Now Glorybringer's still not too big of a problem, although in conjunction with 3 Thopters it could threaten our walkers a little bit, but we have plenty of answers in our hand to whatever he tries to do. It looks like he's gonna make as many Thopters as he can here end of turn. No Glorybringer. Alright, everyone's going at Chandra. Or Vraska, rather. So let's go ahead and make some Thopters of our own. I think I'm just going to max out on Thopters here. And we'll trade as much as we can. This probably should go pretty well for us. Likely he's got some sort of Harness Lightning action going on to disrupt things, but I don't really care. So let's go like this. And then I guess triple block the Whirler Virtuoso. So that way 1 Harness Lightning, he won't be able to save it. I'm fine with pretty much whatever happens here. I'm just going to F6 in fact. Oh, damage happens. That's interesting. Not sure why he ordered it that way. Guess he really didn't want me to have a Thopter. Finer's fine. I feel like maybe you should have played that pre-combat. Not really sure what his plan is there, but whatever. It's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make mana, so I can't play everything in my hand, even if I minus Vraska. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus potential 8, 9, 10 mana production, and we have 11 mana worth of spells in our hand. I'd like to take up this Vraska towards ultimate, so why don't we plus, then I think I'm just going to play Virtuoso and hold up Vraska's Contempt. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should just play out all my threats. Let's do that. I'll just plus, play the Virtuoso. And this game should be basically over. Next turn we can ultimate Vraska, kill off 2 threats, and that should just end the game immediately. But yeah, this is pretty much exactly what we want to be doing in the mirror. Playing all the same cards, but ours are just slightly bigger. So once again, even a Glorybringer won't be able to really threaten my walkers because I can just jump block. So he has to have like Glorybringer plus Harness Lightning plus a land. Or I guess Magma Spray gets the job done too. Oh, he has a Servant, that's right. But regardless, if he can't threaten my walkers, this game looks over. Okay. So that gives him some chump blockers. All I need is to get in with 1 creature though. So let's make a Thopter. Let me think about how this is going to play out. I kill 2 blockers, he's going to have 4. So if he has a removal spell, he can survive. Or wait, what am I doing? I can just do this. Your life total becomes 1, and then I can plus Chandra, and that's game. Forgot that was an option. That makes things a lot simpler. So, mirror match time. Or sideboarding for the mirror, rather. I do like keeping some fatal pushes in because Long Tusk Cub getting out of control could be a problem, or just, you know, sniping a servant on the draw is pretty nice. But Nissa, Gaunty, Duress and Negate I'm not entirely sure about. I think they're good, but I'm not sure how good, especially on the draw, when we're going to be more concerned about dealing with threats, because we're still going to be able to go over the top for the most part. The only thing is I like Duress because it takes out their negates, and also Planeswalkers, which are both obviously very valuable. I don't know how much better that is than our removal and our threats. Nicol Bolas, there's no argument for cutting on the draw, because it's very slow and very prone to getting negated. So we could do this, and we can also have the prospect of Duress and Negate, but I'm not entirely sure if that's correct. I think maybe on the play we can consider them more strongly, like in place of the Fatal Pushes or something. But on the draw I like still being a little reactive, because there is still the potential to just lose to the creature plan, as good as Planeswalkers and such are in this matchup. Alright, well this hand obviously isn't a keep. It's a nice looking 4-color hand with 1 forest to cast all of them. It's one of the drawbacks of this deck, of course, but obviously a 1-lander, no matter what colors you're playing, is going to be pretty sketchy anyway. This hand's fine. Fatal Push. Yeah, I'm going to keep that on top. That gives me something to do. So I think I'm actually going to play this Blooming Marsh turn 1. I could have played Dragon Skull Summit to ensure that all my lands enter untapped, but I like the prospect of Fatal Pushing and then untapping, so if I draw a 2-drop I can play it without feeling bad, since I don't have anything to do next turn anyway. Yep, let's go ahead and kill that. Okay, I'm just going to play tap land now. He can have 1 turn of Rogue Refiner or whatever he wants to do. Oh, no plays. Okay, well that makes things a little easier. Let's go ahead and drop Rogue Refiner. Harness Lightning's fine. Yeah, him missing a land drop is basically game over at this point. Because I feel like the only way I lose this game is if he beats me down super fast, but now we've drawn out of our mana situation and he isn't able to pressure us. I'm not going to play Nissa, I don't think, because of the prospect of negate. Probably just going to go Virtuoso tap land. Wants to spend another Harness Lightning, that's fine. I have no shortage of threats. Normally in the mirror match there is some consideration for protecting your Whirler Virtuoso, like not playing it out when you don't have a high energy reserve, because you want to make Thopters and, you know, have a good threat, but I think in this build you don't really have to worry about your threats too much. So Chandra, it's probably the best thing you can play here. Bristling Hydra's pretty good too, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so play 2 Servants, which would give us how much mana next turn? 5, 6, 7, 8 if we draw land, which means we could Nissa for 6 and Ultimate, which isn't too useful right now when he's still at 20. Or I can play Nissa for 3 and Scry. If he has 2 removal spells, that would be not great. Or if he has a Glorybringer, that would also be not great. I can also just play 1 Servant. I don't love that play though. I could play 2 Servants and then make a bunch of Thopters and try to gang up on his Bristling Hydra. That generally is not a good plan though. Certainly playing the land. I think I'm just going to play 2 Servants. I don't think this can go too wrong for me. Holding up Harness Lightning would be correct if I knew he was going to play Glorybringer next turn, but knowing that he missed a land drop and just wanting to maximize my production here. So we can make this a 5 toughness at the moment. Harness Lightning, you could make it potentially 6. Okay, he's not even sending. That's fine by me. The one argument to playing Nissa there, I guess, would have also been to play around Negate. But if he, like, considering he's so mana choked, I don't even mind if he's just going to leave up mana every turn. Just gives me a lot more time to set up whatever I'm doing. Yeah, this is fine. So I can Nissa for how much do I want? Probably just for the max. Tap both my servants. I can still make 2 Thopters if I do that. Blue. I think just 4 is fine. I'll leave back an extra servant to dissuade him from sending him with a Bristling Hydra, potentially. That also leaves me an additional mana to make mana with Servant or Aether Hub at a future date. Let's go ahead and scry. Booming Marsh in the Tune. I don't think I want either of those. Pass the turn. Gonna have to make some slightly awkward blocks, for most likely. See how many Softers he wants to make. Probably doesn't want to make the full amount. Leave some reserve for his Hydra to threaten. I wouldn't be surprised if he just makes 2 here. Yep. Okay. Still have to respect the possibility of Harness Lightning messing up my combat plans. Guessing he's just going to send everybody in. He does still have a lot of cards in hand, which obviously if you're mana screwed that's going to happen. It's pretty surprising he's playing it this way, but I'll just trade off Thopters, that's fine by me. Could even consider letting Nissa take the hits, but figure just continuing to get her going and protecting her as best I can makes sense to me. Okay, found a 5th land, but it's tapped. This looks like a Chandra, maybe. That'd be pretty good. Oh, Vizier. Okay. Mirror Match is very interesting, I must say. Even though I would obviously prefer that format was a little more diverse, at least the games are interesting to play. So here, play our land. I could zero my Nissa, just to try to hit something off the top. Probably best to just scry again, though. Ooh, I like both of those cards. Which one do I want first? It's actually a good question. Probably the Chandra, and I'll leave the Vraska's Contempt on top. I already have the Harness Lightning. Let's play Servant. Ball's in his court. here. Confiscation coup. How do I want to play this? I could harness lightning my own guy, just so he doesn't get it. Let's see, what would he get? He would get go up to 9 energy, then down to 6. And 6 is kind of the number I don't want him to have, because that gives him double activation on whatever he wants. And I know I'm going to draw Vraska's Contempt in a few turns, so I don't mind losing this Harness Lightning too much. So let's go ahead and make a Thopter. And then just Harness Light my own guy. Then I probably... trying to decide what I want to do with Chandra next turn. There's a good chance I just kill that Virtuoso. Okay, so he wants to get his Vizier in the graveyard. So let's just throw 2 Servants in front of that. And I'm going to be forced to make unfavorable trades to deal with the Hydras, unfortunately. You know what I could do? No, that's stupid. Let's just make this trade. I was saying I could force him to put the counter on and then play the Chandra to kill something, but there's no way to do that without leaving him with the Hydra when all is said and done, unless he plays it, obviously, badly. Which you should never plan for. So... I can Chandra minus. Let's see, if I Chandra plus, that's going to hit the Vraska's Contempt on top, which I don't really want to happen. I could scry first, I guess, and then maybe if I find a 3-drop, I'd rather play this turn. I think I'm going to scry regardless, so let's go ahead and do that first. Contempt, Blooming Marsh, so Blooming Marsh can go on the bottom. Contempt can stay. Let's go ahead and play Chandra. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill off that Virtuoso. Makes sense to me. Puts him to the test now. Do you want to make a Thopter or keep up your Hexproof on your Hydra? He's going to make a Thopter. So I can keep Chandra alive, assuming nothing changes. I just have to chump and trade. There's a good chance he uses a removal spell or something to clear a blocker out of the way first. But I am still left with a Nissa and a Vraska's Contempt on top. He has 2 cards left. So I think we're basically in top deck mode, but I do have an active Planeswalker. Assuming this turn plays out the way I think it will. It's possible he doesn't have a removal spell though, in which case I just get to untap with 2 Planeswalkers and probably run away with the game. Does have that Vizier. It's going to Confiscation Coup my token. That's fine by me. So that means I'm going to lose my Chandra. But he has to lose a premium card to do so, and only get a Thopter for his troubles. And a Cub. That's not bad. But he is out of cards. So now he's probably going to send Hydra at Nissa, Thopter at Chandra. So do I want to chump to protect the loyalty on Nissa? I don't think so. I think I'm fine with letting Nissa drop in loyalty a little bit. Keep my servant around so I can potentially play another creature and double block that Hydra at a future date. We know we're drawing the Contempt. Just gonna scry again. That's not what I'm looking for. Bottom both of those. This game's not over. I think we're still ahead, but We just need to draw something else big, basically, to put this game out of reach. But he still has a lot of draws, and he still has like the Vizier in his yard. So I think we are actually a little, we might actually be behind here. Everyone's going at Nissa. So I can save her. I can put Hydra, put this in front of Hydra. He can't pump enough to save her. So let's do that. If he goes for the full pump on Cub, well, if he does that, I probably kill the Hydra, actually. So it depends on what he decides to do. If I were him, I would just put one counter on the Cub. In which case, I just content the Cub. But now he gets 2 Hydras. We don't really have a great way to deal with those. Oh, he's just doing nothing. I'm not sure. Did he forget he has the Vizier? He must have. Let's go ahead and... This might be a good time to zero, actually. Try to find something useful. No, I'm just going to plus. Eventually we'll find something good to do. We know we have a bunch of lands on the bottom, at least. So we got that going for us. Don't know if I actually want to make a Thopter here, because that cuts me off a blue mana. So... What happens if I just take this hit? He can pump it up once, so she takes 7. Yeah, I'm actually not going to block. I don't think this Nissa is going to be ultimating anytime soon. She's done her job. I just need to find... I need her to bridge me into the next threat I play to try to take this game over. He's still forgetting about that Vizier. Okay, scry again. Bottom. I don't know if I want to keep this. I probably do need to keep this refiner on top. I'll just pass. I think I'm just going to lose this Nissa this turn. I guess I can make a Thopter and chump the Hydra to keep her for one more turn. Refiner. As you can see, this matchup is kind of all about the 2-for-1s post-board. Which is why I don't love cards like Fatal Push, even though it did have its use this game, but post-board I'm definitely going to be taking those out for negates and or dispels, or rather duresses, I mean. So I'm just going to chump the Hydra this turn, keep Nissa for one more turn. Oh, except I just realized that that means I won't be able to play the refiner that I know I just kept on top. Oh, that's awkward, because I took away all my blue mana. So now I could zero, and actually if I find a blue source... I guess now I can only hit 2 drops, so if I find a 3-drop creature I can't play it, so let's scry again. Either hub on top. This game's looking out of reach. We've seen a lot of lands. We scryed like at least 6 lands to the bottom. Still, we're kind of flooding out here. Didn't draw enough meaningful threats. Okay, this game's over. We have no way to recover from a massive board disadvantage. Man, I don't know what was going on there. We just never saw our big stuff. Anyway. Duresses for sure. Fatal pushes come out. We can consider negates in some number. Maybe trim on like a Harness Lightning. Something else. Oh, I forgot about Nicol Bolas. So maybe I don't want the negates. Because our game plan is basically just going to be tap out for a threat every turn. Negate does get better later in the game. I think I'm just going to run this though. Let's flip this to consider. I don't think we need it in this matchup, on the play at least. This is pretty much just for mono red. Yeah, this hand's fine. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw. No plays. Let's just play Refiner. Get in for 2, presumably. Feeling pretty good about this game. Just need to not draw too terribly for the rest of the match. Start with Refiner, see what that finds me. Ooh, hello. Let's play a tap land. I'm actually... Yeah, I'll go ahead and offer a trade. I still have enough to threaten a planeswalker like Chandra if he plays it. Even if he makes this trade, that's fine. Again, I feel like the main way I lose is to him getting an insurmountable creature advantage on us. So trading is fine early in the game, especially when we know we have haymakers coming down later. So we can't protect a Chandra if he plays it. Him playing a mountain means he can't play a Hydra anymore. I wonder if he's thinking about killing my servant, prevent me from running out something expensive next turn. I'd be okay with that. 'Cause him using quality removal on a servant bodes well for me, I think. Servant of his own. Yep, that's indeed what he was pondering. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle that right away. See what it finds me. Tune. Okay, so let's just do that, grab an island. Oh, I don't have an island to get, that's right. That's fine though, I'll get a mountain, I guess. Yeah, don't really need anything right now. Let's offer a trade. I don't think I'm going to use a Harness Lightning. There's nothing he can really ramp out at this point that he can't already play. I don't think he's playing a version splashing Vraska or anything. If he was, I might more strongly consider killing it, but I'll save this for like a Glorybringer or whatever. I hope that's what he's doing. It's fine. It's leaving up 2 mana for potential negate. I guess I should have played untapped land because I don't actually have double black up here. But I still have the Harness Lightning available. Hope that doesn't come back to bite me. If he plays a Chandra here, I'll kind of be kicking myself. Especially if he does have negate back up. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Yeah, he's definitely got negate. So I'm going to upkeep Contempt, I think. That gets negated. It would have been much better for me if I could have gone end of turn Contempt, untap Nicol Bolas. But this we can make do with, I think. As long as he doesn't have a second negate. He's making mana, playing a 5-drop. It's fine. We're 1 mana short of doing everything I want to this turn, though. So I can play Nicol Bolas, use it to kill Chandra, but then Rogue Refiner fishes off the Chandra and I don't have enough mana to harness lightning. Could also just Nicol Bolas, get rid of his hand. Nicol Bolas would be at 8, go down to 5, go down to 3. Another Glorybringer could kill it, or a Vizier, but it would have to be off the top. Next turn we could untap. Nicol Bolas would be at 3. I don't really want him to be at 3 though. But I do want to get rid of his hand. I think that's my best bet here. If I can untap with this Nicol Bolas at any loyalty, I think I'll be probably okay. But we'll find out. I'm still going to need to top deck better than him. See what he had in hand. A Vizier and a Servant. Yeah, definitely glad I did that. Just have to hope Nicol Bolas survives the turn, and we survive the turn. Alright, Forest. See if he wants to go at my face or at Nicol Bolas. He's going at my face. Okay, fair enough. At 3. So we have to deal with basically every threat on the board here. It's not great. I have to deal with everything here. I don't know how I'm going to manage this. Have to kill Chandra or she ultimates and I die. Have to kill Glorybringer and Rogue Refiner or I die. This isn't good. We're just one life short. We needed to draw not a land there, basically. I think I have to +2 Nicol Bolas and hope to hit something like a Glorybringer. That's my only bet here. Or a Vizier. Oh wait, Windows Update. I can minus kill a creature, harness lightning another creature, then Chandra kills me. I can kill Chandra, I can kill a creature, or the other creature kills me. I have to +2, there's no other option. Harness lightning doesn't quite do it, unfortunately. Oh, disappointing. I think I misplayed that one turn playing a tap land. I thought I had double black available already, but I didn't, and that ended up costing me. The other option would have been just sacrificing Nicol Bolas to get rid of Chandra, but anything other than Nicol Bolas, I think I would have had that. Oh, I think he's making a mistake here. He's not ultimating Chandra. That's kind of surprising, actually. He's going to play Bristling Hydra. That doesn't kill me immediately. It's fine. Probably should have attacked first before making this decision, but whatever. Still need to draw something pretty spectacular here. Man. What can I draw now? I need to not draw lands for like many of those turns, basically. Once again, I can't even kill Chandra this time. I have to go upstairs again. There's just nothing I can do. Yep. Super disappointing. I think that one mistake cost us, but we also drew pretty poorly, so I don't know. I can live with it.